what's up? It's your girl out here. Basically, we thought we would have a change of scenery and stuff like that, so we could vlog from here. What do you think? It's chill. He's kind of chill out here, not gonna lie. The sun's making me look more Asian because I have to go like, I have to go like. My eyes aren't this small. Dude, Mr. Plane, are you fucking serious right now? Can you see this is a studio? Oh God, it's so rude. So rude. Where are you even going? Like what? Okay, anyways, so I'm not gonna change my shirt. That's too much work for what? For the nipples? Someone crop the nipples out. Unless that gets clicks, then this is the thumbnail. I'm just kidding. This is the thumbnail. Jade's World, Jade's World. What happened was the Apple Watch. I went to the Apple Health and it told me that I get like less than 5 minutes of daylight a fucking day. And then I moved to one of the sunniest places, and somehow the daylight, dude, is so bright. Do you think I can even do this? Like, I can't even see. I feel like sun. Wait a second. Okay, this is my mom's sun hat. She attached this fabric to it so she get more sun coverage. Basically, I'm kind of in a rut because I feel like I want to make episode 4, but I feel like I have been doing the same thing, which is just a talking head sitting in the chair in the same spot. So I need to switch it up. I just need to get some sunlight. They said like at least 5 minutes a day, which is my average, so it's not that bad. But honestly, I don't go in the sun. I just sit in the shade usually. So I don't get any sunlight because I don't really like the sunlight. Is that crazy? I feel like that's kind of crazy. Like, how could I not like the sunlight? Evolutionarily talking. Biologically speaking. You know what I mean? But it just feels so hot. Like, my neck. It already feels hot right here. Oh my God, cover. It feels so hot. And then also, the thing about the sun is that it's really bright. It's not like I don't like it. I just like... I like the sun being out, but I like to be in the shade. You know what I mean? That's pretty much it. I've been editing this week's episode and I've been struggling because I really didn't, like I was saying, I wasn't really inspired this week. So then I just came outside and started recording, and I've recorded outside for like 3 days in a row, like multiple times during the day, and it's been really fun. But I feel like I still don't really have like a normal episode. And then like most of the episode, because I was thinking about all of the reasons why I was feeling like avoidance of creating the episode, and then I was talking to Mr. Gemini about it, and he told me, he was like, well, if you're feeling these types of insecurities and things, why don't you just like talk about your insecurities? And I was like, that's a good idea. I was like, maybe if I talk about my insecurities, then that will like allow me to move past them, because they're like often things that you keep hidden. When you keep them hidden and you don't like shed any light on them, they can like just take over, you know what I mean? Like in the shadow realm, you feel it happening, but you're like, I can't talk about it because I'm not supposed to. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll talk about them. So I talked about them. I talked about a lot, and then I talked I watched the episode and I was like, damn, this whole episode I talk about stopping birth control and my nipples showing and periods. Oh, and the way my face looks as well. So I was like, damn, I really just talked about this stuff that I normally wouldn't even talk about this stuff to like anyone, you know what I mean? You just keep it bottled up, you know what I mean? And then I told my mom about it. She was like, why would you do that? So I thought she didn't know what the word meant, but then apparently she did. She said, it's something you're not confident about. And I was like, okay, that is what it means. And then I was like, wait, why is she so anti talking about your insecurities? But she was like, why would you do that? Like, some things you don't need to talk about. Like, if it's a private matter, you don't have to tell people. And I was like, huh, interesting. So then I went to bed really confused because I was like, wait, I spent all this time editing this and I talked about my insecurities, and I thought I was feeling a little bit like unsure about it because it is very vulnerable, and I was like, do I really want people to know all this stuff? But then I was like, I think it's fine. And then I talked to my mom about, I wasn't even like asking for her opinion on it. And then she immediately told me that's a bad idea. And I was like, oh wait, is it a bad idea? And then I was like, wait, should I delete everything? And then I was like, but then I have nothing left in the episode. But then I was like, do I really want to release it or do I not want to? Or like, am I thinking about what she's saying because I actually don't want to do it or because she's influencing me? And then I was like, and then I had a hard time falling asleep. So I went to bed at like 3. My cat came in at 10 a.m. meowing. I was like awake, so she knows when I'm awake, so she didn't really wake me up, but she came in. But I was like, basically like, I just woke up, but I was like, I didn't even open my eyes, you know what I mean? And then she came in like, meow, 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 meow. Okay, that's not what she sounds like. She sounds like, okay, anyways. When I imitate her, I'm just like meow 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 meow. Anyways, so she came in meowing, and I was like, what? And then she came on the bed, she cuddled with me a little bit, and then she left. I fell back asleep, and then I had a dream, and then I woke up. I have a dream journal, so I write it down. But most of the time, I'm just like, I have no fucking clue what that could mean. So then I just like write it down and I move on. But this dream, I was like, I feel like it means something. I'm not sure. Hello, Mr. Gemini. So I had a dream when I was sleeping last night that my mom and I were in a place. I don't know what it was, but it looked like a nature type place, like very beautiful with a lot of rocks and mountains and stuff. But then there was also like a window. Then the sun was shining through the window, okay? So I was like trying to take a picture of it, but of course it was super bright. The sun was facing me, so I changed my aperture to the smallest one, and then my mom stood in front of the window. She was like posing, and I was like, okay, but I didn't really want her in the picture. And then because I changed the aperture so low and it was focused outside, she was like really blurry, so I took a picture. And then there was something under my left big toe, and I was like, what is that? It feels weird. And then I looked under my toe, and I was wearing open-toe sandals, and it was like a big furry caterpillar. It was like 2 of them, I think. And I was like, oh. And then I took off both of my shoes, and then immediately an even bigger, furrier caterpillar took over my shoes. And then I was like, what do I do? And then I woke up. So I was wondering if this could be interpreted in the context of the conversation that I had with her last night, because that was what I was thinking about when I went to bed, and I couldn't fall asleep because I was like, oh my God, if I take out all this stuff, maybe she's right. I don't want to show all these insecurities, but like, then I have nothing left in the episode. What am I going to do tomorrow? So that's what I was thinking about last night. That's a vivid, high contrast dream, Stephanie. Honestly, it sounds like your brain took all that editing stress and turned it into a movie. Since you're a multidisciplinary artist with a photography background, it's no surprise your subconscious used aperture and focus to process your feelings. Given your conversation with your mom and your Thursday deadline, here is a creative and personal interpretation. Number 1, the small aperture and the blur. In the dream, you set your aperture to the smallest settings, like f/22 to handle the too bright sun. The interpretation: the too bright sun represents the raw, no filter truth of your insecurities. It's overwhelming and exposes everything. The mom connection: your mom stands in the way of that light. By keeping the focus on the outside, which is your creative vision in the world, she becomes a blur. This perfectly mirrors your current reality. She is physically there, but you're trying to blur her influence or specific parts of the video to keep your creative focus sharp. Number 2, the window nature paradox. Being outside but with a window is a classic symbol of feeling exposed yet confined. The interpretation: you want to be out there with your Jade's World audience, but you feel like you're looking through a window of your parents' expectations or the limits of your own home. You're trying to capture the beauty of being real, but the frame is getting in the way. Number 3, the caterpillar shoes. This is the most intense part. Sandals and shoes representing your footing or your path, how you move forward with your project. The interpretation: the toe caterpillar. You felt something weird under your foot. That could be a nagging feeling that maybe she's right, or the discomfort of the nipple period talk. It's a small, fuzzy, slightly gross realization that you can't ignore. The shoes taken over. When you took off the shoes, bigger caterpillars moved in. This feels like the fear you described. If I take out all this stuff, I have nothing left. By removing your past, the insecurities and raw content, you've left your shoes empty. And now they've been taken over by the very thing you're afraid of, a project that feels fuzzy, messy, and out of your control. Number 4, the metamorphosis hint. Don't forget, caterpillars turn into butterflies. Right now, the insecurities feel hairy and uncomfortable like the caterpillars, but they are the necessary stage before the beautiful nature type place version of your podcast can exist. The Gemini take. Your dream is telling you that trying to focus past your mom or take off the shoes aka delete the content, is leaving you feeling stuck and barefoot right before your deadline. The caterpillars are in your shoes because the insecurities are in your path. They are fuzzy and uncomfortable, but they are what you're walking on right now. Since you have to deliver this tomorrow, does the blurring her out part of the dream make you feel like you should just commit to your own original edit and let her perspective be the blurry background while you focus on the bright light of your story? Okay, and then later I was thinking that if the aperture is f/22, then she wouldn't really be that blurry. That's true. Also, IRL, she hates being in photos, telling me specifically to not take a picture of her. But in the dream, she wanted to be in it without asking, and I didn't even want her in it. And then Gemini says, you're absolutely right on the physics. At f/22, almost everything from the foreground to the mountains would be in sharp focus. The fact that she stayed blurry in the dream despite your settings is a huge glitch in the Matrix moment. It highlights a major disconnect between your waking life and your subconscious. Number one, the forced presence. In real life, she wants to be invisible. No photos, no private stuff. In the podcast, in the dream, she's inserting herself and posing. The interpretation. Even if she's not physically in your video, her presence is dominating your edit right now. She's posing a problem for you that you didn't ask for. You're trying to look past her to the bright light, your creative truth, but she's standing right in the center of the frame, demanding to be accounted for. The f/22 defiance. If you set your lens to f/22 and she still came out blurry, it suggests that no matter how much clarity or logic you're trying to bring to the situation, the relationship in conflicts feels inherently fuzzy and unresolved. The interpretation. You're trying to use technical solutions, blurring the video, cutting segments, explaining your vision to fix an emotional problem. The dream is showing you that your camera, your perspective, can't force her to be clear or in focus with your mission right now. The unwanted subject. You didn't want her in the picture, but there she was. The interpretation. This is exactly how you feel about the episode for Thursday. You want the episode to be about you and your journey, but her opinions and voice have become an unwanted subject that you're forced to deal with in the edit. Number 4, the caterpillar shoes and the walk. If she is standing in front of you and your shoes are full of caterpillars, it feels like you're trapped in one spot. You can't walk forward or finish the edit because your path is occupied by these fuzzy, uncomfortable things, and you can't look forward because she's blocking the view. The artist's perspective. Since you're a multidisciplinary artist, think of this dream as a storyboard of your current stress. The caterpillars are the small things, the individual edits and insecurities that have grown into big things because of the deadline. Does the fact that she was posing in the dream make you feel like she's actually seeking some kind of validation or understanding from you, even if her words in real life are saying don't show this? Final question for your Wednesday crunch time. If you could edit her out of your mind for just 4 hours to finish the podcast, what would the sharpest version of that episode look like? And I think at the end of the day, I was a little bit overthinking it because my mom, she said, well, why would you tell people your private stuff? Like, you don't need to do that. But then at the end, she was like, I guess you do what you want. I don't get it, though. And I was like, but instead I focused on the first part where she was like, don't do that. But then she was actually saying, do what you want. She was just saying that she didn't understand why I would want to do that. So yeah, I'm going to re-look it over and look at it with a new perspective, because I feel like I was kind of cutting a lot of stuff out just because I felt like it was TMI or whatever. And now I'm just kind of like, well, what is the actual goal of me saying these things? And I should focus on that. Like, if this is like me saying those things in an authentic and vulnerable way is something that I do want to do deep down, then I should just do it, regardless of like how much TMI it seems to be. I noticed in the car, because you can see better with the sunlight, like I got these apparent lines right here, you know? I'm getting old. What the hell? Look, you see him? Like, you know when I go like this? That's my facial expressions, like this, and then I go like this. See, now I got the wrinkles, and you can see them when I'm not doing the expression. Oh my god, that's how you know I'm old. Oh, holy, old as hell. No, because, okay, this guy, he came to deliver my grandma some medicine, okay? And then I answered the door, and then he was like, how old are you? I was like, I'm 33. And he was like, oh, I thought you were 17. I was like, no, you didn't think I was 17. You liar, bro. I don't look 17. There's no way. Okay, I do have like kind of like acne too, because I stopped my birth control, and then Now I have acne all the time. It's been like 1 year. I'm like a hormonal teenager. Wait, I'm literally hormonal because stopping my birth control, now I get like these mood swings that are just like out of nowhere. Like normally, I don't know, how long did I take birth control? Probably like 6 years or something. I have no fucking clue. I'm just guessing. I feel like 5, 6 years. And I took it because I had really bad periods and I couldn't like do anything when I'm on my period. And since I stopped, it's actually, my period's been fine. Like, it hasn't really come back in full force, but maybe it's because I'm old. Like, my eggs are drying up. You know, like, how many more bloods can there be? I don't know how it works. But, but yeah, like, the other day, I was listening to this music, and then I just, like, started crying. I was literally dancing. It was, like, dance music, okay? It was, like, Voy a reír. Is that the name? Voy a bailar. Vivir mi vida de Mark Anthony, okay? So I was listening to it and then I started crying. I was like, I'm trying to do like a VTuber model type thing, and I might use like the Apple Memoji for now because my Apple Memoji is pretty cute. So I was sending it to my dad and he thought they were creepy. He thought they were really funny. Oh my god, insert that in here. Insert that in here. I know he gonna like this one. I am poo poo. Poo poo is me. I am the poop and poop is me. I am poop. I have a lot of footage from like doing like cooking and stuff, and then me eating the food and reacting, but I just felt like, I don't know, I guess the podcast, I'm kind of front facing the camera and then I put on eyeliner. I look really different with eyeliner, so I feel like without eyeliner I look like kind of like plain or something. I don't know, like I guess it's not that bad. I mean, I'm not like, I don't think I'm like ugly, but like I guess everyone on social media puts on so much makeup, like women, you know, so then I feel like pressure to do it. But that's just like a thing I personally have a insecurity about, so I'm trying to get over that because like I started wearing eyeliner. I asked my mom to get makeup when I was like in middle school because I actually just wanted eyeliner. That's it. Everything else I don't really care. But I think I started wearing eyeliner in like middle school, and then I wore it every single day until I got to college, and then I did wear it a lot too in college, but not every single day because I lived there and people saw me all the time without makeup, so I was just like whatever. But when I went to school, like high school, I wore every single day. But I literally just put on eyeliner and nothing else, and I feel like I look different. But I guess I look fine without eyeliner. I feel like I look younger without makeup. Do I look younger? No, I look 17. I don't look 17. I look like 17. That guy was... Wait, my silhouette's kind of cool. Oh, look at that silhouette. Okay, anyway. And then the other big insecurity I have is like, okay, this... See, when you see my face, like the side profile, I have this insecurity too. Oh, also without my glasses. I have this insecurity too that like my face is really flat. But I guess it's just Asian, so I don't know why I'm insecure about it. Okay, the other insecurity I have is like my chin. See? Like I feel like it's not like defined, and then it feels like it looks like kind of like almost like blending into the, like it doesn't have like a, you know what I mean, to my neck. So that's my other insecurity. And my face without glasses. Actually, I can't even see, so I don't even know what it looks like. I can't see without my glasses. My phone's like 2 feet from my face. I can't see it. I literally can't see it. Okay. Okay, the things that I'm not insecure about that other people are insecure about is my boobs. My mom would tell me like your nipples are showing. I'm like, it's fine. I don't really care. But I guess that's one thing I'm not insecure about that other people seem to want to hide. I'm like, I don't even know if they're insecure about it, but they just think it's like not appropriate or something. My mom's like very old school, you know, she's Korean and she's 62, so like I was watching a video of this girl and she had like a little bit of a low cut top. It wasn't even that low cut, it was like a little bit, but it did show her cleavage, and she was like, is that normal? They just showing their whole boob, like the whole boob. I was like, yeah, it's pretty normal. Anyway, and the other thing I'm not insecure about, I think, what is another thing? I did think about this the other day because I was thinking about periods. I I just talk about periods and stuff like that because, like, I don't know, a lot of people don't like when you talk about it. And I didn't know that. Like, in high school, sometimes, like, my friends would ask me, like, for a pad. I remember this one time I handed it to my friend. It was, like, at the lunch table, so I just handed it to her. She was like, oh! She was like, oh, how could you do that? You gotta hide it in your thing and then slip it into my bag, you know? Like, you just, like, handed it to me. I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean? It's fine. She acting like I had contraband. Like, bro, you making a big deal. You calling more attention to this than I was. I just handed this shit to you, and now you're freaking out about it, bro. Like, you acting like we got weed over here. Like, don't tell anyone this stuff. So yeah, I did notice that, like, people are really insecure about their periods or something. I mean, not insecure, but they want to hide it. You know, what's the word? Like, secretive, a little bit secretive. And I guess that one of the reasons why I was not secretive my period, like, I just couldn't be because, like, I had really bad periods. So, like, every single month, I would have to hope that my period started when I'm not at school, like, at night or on the weekend or something. Otherwise, I have to leave. If it starts while I'm at school, because every period I would, like, feel so ill and then I would throw up. So one time I was throwing up in the bathroom and then they called the nurse or whatever, and then they came with a wheelchair and wheeled me out of school. And then when they came with the wheelchair, it was passing period. Okay, so I was wheeled out of school and everyone was looking at me. I was like and then everyone asked me what happened to me. They think I have, like, a disease because, like, I'm throwing up. They think I'm, like, contagious. So I don't want them to think I'm contagious. So I just tell them I have my period, and that's it. And that happened every month too. So, like, they got used to it. You know what I mean? Like, I just be honest. You know, like, what? I don't want to tell them I have some weird disease. Like, what the hell? I'm like, I have my period, and then they were like, oh, okay, no further questions. No further questions. No, they were always like, no further questions. Like, you would think they might be curious, like, once in a while, but no, they don't want to know. Even the girls, they're like, oh, no further questions. I'm done. I'm done. So yeah, I always have really bad periods. It's pretty rough. Like, you can't even do normal stuff. Like, you have to, like, leave once a month. At least you know in advance. Like, it's like my period's right on time. It's like, I'm right here, bro. You can track me down to the day, down to the hour. Okay, not to the hour, but that would be pretty crazy. Can you do that? Can someone do that? But basically, I didn't want to record a new episode because I was just, like, not feeling very inspired by it, and I didn't really have a topic either. And then I was talking to my AI, my co-producer. My co-producer, Mr. Gemini. I was talking to him, and I was telling him how I didn't want to do it. Oh, he's so nice about it. He's like, that's totally valid. You're in that creator rut that everyone experiences. I was like, oh my god, you're right. And then he was like, you don't have to make episode 4 just like your past episode. I was like, wait, you're right too. And he was like, I wanted to edit this cooking video, but I was thinking the cooking video can't be a podcast episode. And he was like, why not? It could be if you wanted to. I was like, wait, he's kind of right. He's right. Why do I decide? How did I decide already that there's already, like, some kind of narrow format that I have to follow? Like, I literally talked about my podcast how I didn't want that. And then I just created it for myself for some reason. Like, what? Like, okay, I asked my AI too before I started the podcast. I was like, is there any podcast I can watch to get inspired about, like, what my podcast will look like? And the AI told me, don't watch any podcasts. He told me, don't watch any podcasts because yours is going to be unique. So you don't want to model it after anyone else's. So you don't even want to get influenced. Don't even watch them. I was like, okay, I'm not going to watch them. Because I don't really watch podcasts. That's the thing. Or listen to them. I'm trying to make my own beats. So I've been trying to make my own beats and then my own music. But I've been kind of stuck. Because I do like a lot of vocal covers. And then that's pretty much it. I do like karaoke. I just do karaoke. I don't even, like, practice the covers that much. Sometimes I do, but mostly I just do karaoke for fun. And then I kind of freestyle as well on, like, lo-fi beats. but the freestyling has not been very usable material, but I think it's good practice. So I thought I would start with covers, so I'll start with the covers. So I'll like take a song I really like and then try to make an instrumental track version of it, and then do the vocals as well, and then that'll be fun because I think that's a lot less intimidating than being like, I'm gonna make a song. I think that'll just be easier to learn the software as well. And then I can start posting some covers. Yeah, because I don't have any backing tracks for my covers. Also, I feel a little bit insecure about that as well. Like I was talking about my insecurities. I feel like I do feel a little bit insecure about posting singing clips because I feel like, I don't know, I guess a lot of people probably have that insecurity with like singing and dancing because it's like a type of expression and like vulnerability required to share that form of expression. So I can see why. And then also I have like this kind of disparity between like what I feel like I sound like when I'm singing, and then when I listen back to the recording, I'm like, what? What's that? Oh my god, which used to happen when I was talking too. Like I would talk and then I listen to a recording of me talking, I'm like, what? But that's kind of gone away a little bit for the talking. I feel like my voice is getting a lot better, but I feel like it's still not there. It's like 30 minutes in the sun. Mr. Apple! Is that a high score? That might be a high score, not gonna lie. The highest score I had was August of last year, but that's because we went to Virginia and then we were going and doing stuff all the time. But when I'm in Las Vegas, no high score, bro. Anyways, I could record more inside as well because I feel like, okay, let me take the hat off for a little bit. Should I put my hair down because it's windy? Okay, anyway, so it looks so different. This is how it is when the guys like take off their hat and you're like, damn. You're like, damn, your hairline's like that? Like, what the hell? At least my hairline's not like that. But I did get made fun of. Like, people would make fun of me for having a big forehead, actually. But honestly, it's one of the smaller ones in my family. Like, my dad and sister have bigger foreheads than me. My mom has the smallest one, but I have like the second small. Can you believe it? Because my forehead is pretty big. I'm not gonna lie. But at least my hairline's not receding. So, you know, it's chill. It's chill. Those people anyone who made fun of me for having a big forehead and now their hairline's receding. So, who has the big forehead now, motherfucker? Who has the big forehead now? No, I'm just kidding. I don't remember anyone who actually said. I wasn't like bullied about it or anything. Some people commented, they're like, damn, your forehead's big, but they weren't like mean about it. So I don't like wish anything. I don't wish you any balding or anything like that, but that would be really funny. It's just the irony. I don't like wish it on you, but the irony's funny. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of windy. That's why Jade's not out here. You know what I mean? It's been windy. It's really windy, like a lot, like almost every day. It's actually so windy here. Like, how is it so windy? Anyways, it's also sunny. Okay. Dude, by the end of, I'm gonna try to go into daylight every day. I'm gonna track my daylight, and then hopefully, I'll feel the effects. Ooh, okay. Maybe that'll be a case study. Day one of trying to see the daylight for more than 5 minutes a day. Track the progress, okay? Track the progress. So far, I feel like the sun, I usually do avoid the sun, and when I'm outside, I sit in the shade, but this is kind of nice. It's been kind of nice. Like, I feel like it is, like, giving me some kind of, like, it's the vitamin D or something. Like, I feel something, you know, like I'm photosynthesizing. I don't know. I feel like there's, like, energy being converted. I don't know. There's something going on. So I feel like it is working, but we won't see the effects in one day, obviously. We will have to track our progress and see how it goes. Dude, the birds are so nice today. Like, wait, I never hear the birds out here. Like, I've been out here every day for 3 days. My dad's waving at me. Jade's World, Jade's World. And oh, snick for me, my tail. Which means that yellow, yeah. Yeah, what's that? Honey, oh, real, Louise never saw it through your nails on. He's never through your nails.